Fisher cast. Hot action. That's what we've come for. Oh, big fish. We're not happy now. Wow. Welcome back, viewers. Nick Ray from Nick Ray's Outdoor Chronicles. The wind today is terrible. It's about 60, 70 k's an hour. It's coming from the hard west, the middle of winter. But you know what? The beach looks beautiful. Had a lot of trial and error this week trying to bring some more content, but I finally found the right beach today. It's working, looks beautiful, got a few holes. I brought along some lures. I brought some pilchards along. Let's get into it. All right, so it's really important when you're fishing on the beach to keep the sand out of your gear, because that sand is going to wear into all your springs and gears and stuff around your bail arm. So using these PVC poles like this. So these PVC poles, they're light to carry. They cost about $12.50 each. Pick them up from Bunnings, drill a hole in the top, tie a piece of rope. Then you can use like a carabiner to clip them to your backpack. You don't have to hold them as you carry them onto the beach. And you've got your hands free for carrying your gear. Okay, so first cast of the morning. Just set up here on the beach. Got a nice hole sitting here right in front of us. We're seeing some dark shaded water out there. I'm hoping that that might be just a school of salmon or a school of tailor or some bream or some jewfish. I'm going to do some shore jigging. This is a Major Craft jig para, 20 grams. I'll cast this out, work it vertically. That means I'm throwing it out, and as it falls, it flutters to the bottom. Then I'll jig it back up off the bottom and let it fall and flutter again. It's a killer technique, especially if you find schools of fish like we might have in front of us just here. But anyway, get into it and have to see how we go. So that's the first cast in. Give it time to get to the bottom. Okay, first cast onto a fish. Brilliant. So that dark patch out there is obviously a school of fish. And to get one on the first cast, that's pretty lucky. There's even superstitions with it that first cast, catch a fish. It's going to be a terrible day's fishing, so let's hope not. That was all pretty quick and easy, that one. Okay, no jumps, nothing's happening at the moment, so I can't tell you what it is. But I'd be guessing it'd be a salmon or a tailor given the time of year. It might be a trevally maybe. Oh, now it's on the surface, so it's probably a salmon or a tailor. Oh, there we go, jumping again. It's great that they jump, but we'd like to try and keep them in the water, because jumping is when they throw hooks, cut the line, etc., because they shake their head. And if the salmon, my 20-pound leader, sorry, my 16-pound leader would be pretty safe. This one looks to be a salmon. So just take our time bringing it in. And this way, wash her up. There we go. Nice healthy salmon, straight up. The salmon on the Major Craft jig para, 20 gram, first cast. So yeah, this jig para, made by Major Craft. The difference between a vertical jig and a shore jig is pretty much this treble. Of course, has an assist hook on the top for extra pinning ability basically, so it's an extra point. That fish came on the top hook. Nice easy release from its mouth. I'm keeping that one. I'll do a catch and cook with that. Probably not so much cook. Plan is to do some salmon sashimi. Okay, so second cast of the morning. Straight into that dark mass out in the water there. Let's pull this loop out of my line. Line management's really required when you're throwing thin braid. You throw yourself a loop pretty quick. Yeah, that dark patch definitely moved. So I'm hoping it's fish.
Oh, there we go. Into another one. So, yep, that's definitely fish out there. Comes straight on top of that dark patch as soon as the lure got to it. This is going to be non-stop action this morning. I wonder if there's a jewfish under those. I do have a lure that would reach that far. Hey, this is great fun. It's very windy. Luckily I've found a nice beach. I know of this beach. Wind comes over the top from the west. Gives you lots of protection. Anything south is bad in this beach, but we're good today. We're protected in here all day from this breeze. Hey, this is a nice salmon. Having a nice run along the beach. Let him have his way, and then he's in the shallows here, so I'll walk forward, meet him on the beach. He's still not ready to come in yet. Oh, he's throwing the hook right on the shore. So there you go. Lost that one. I don't think it'll be long for another one though. The school's still there. Came way out past the school. A few hops and I'll be into a fish, I reckon. As long as that school stays in this hole, we'll be sweet. I reckon that's just a bite there. Yep, there we go. Into another one. Okay, so we're going fish cast for cast at the moment. That's pretty hot action. Real good fun. My plan is to bring you plenty of different species, different variety. Everyone's still waiting for the yellowfin run to happen down the south coast. Once that happens, we'll be out there in the boat doing that. But at the moment, all the estuaries are dirty. It's very windy, so I've had to look for alternative places to fish and different species to fish for. Okay, here's a nice salmon. Oh, and the hook just pulled out. Okay, there we go, another nice salmon. Send this one back in the water. Thanks for playing, mate. A lot of people don't give the salmon much respect, but they are still a resource. And in the very least, they are great entertainment off the beach on light gear. A lot of the pros just catch them though and turn them into cat food, unfortunately, but it is an industry. Okay, so back out to that school, cast number 4, and I reckon it won't be too long I'll be onto a fish. So straight back into where that school is. Oh, there's a touch and we're on. Okay, fish number 4, cast number 4. This fella's running. Might be hooked in the tail the way this one's going. Wow. He's not coming in, he's going out. Still going. I don't think I've hit the grail of a Dewey, but you never know. We'll play this one out. Feels more like I've hooked it in the tail because each one of those is a tail beat rather than a head shake. Just slowly walk back, locking the drag. Just holding it so gently. It's very hard pulling fish backwards, especially if they're a big fish. That's definitely a school of salmon because every time I put my lure to it, I'm into a fish. Fishing a falling tide this morning. High's just been about an hour and a half ago. This beach always fishes better on the lower tide, I think, with the current banks it's got because it's easy to distinguish where the holes are. As you see, it's pretty steep beach, so there's not much of a gutter system, it's just holes. When all the water's up on the beach on the high tide, just one big hole, so it doesn't really concentrate the fish. Okay, we're getting a bit of a wind now. Fish don't like being dragged backwards. I think that's what's probably happening with this fish. Hence why I'm winding forwards, lock the spool, and walk it back. And to lock the spool, I'm doing is holding my finger on it. So if the fish wants to pull, I just remove the tension with my finger. Oh, there's definitely fish out there. They're even free jumping on the surface. Could catch anything today. So we'll see what this one is. Giving up the ghost now. I reckon we're pulling it backwards. Important to always keep pressure on the fish. Don't wind down too fast. Yeah, I'm definitely pulling this one in backwards. Don't wind down too fast, as you'll introduce slack into your line. Okay, so cheated on this fish. Hooked him fair in the tail, and it's a solid salmon. Hence why it just went like a rocket. Okay, in the shallows here, up on the shore. Righto. That's a fair cheating method, that one. All's fair in love and war though. There he is, hooked in the tail. We'll get it off the hook and send it on its merry way. Well, you should have eaten it in the mouth, fish, and I wouldn't have had to do that. Well, that's the way it goes sometimes. Okay, he's unhooked now. Pick the fish up and I'll put him back in the water. Right back in the water. Okay, on your way. Be great down here with a 9-weight, just laying out long casts with this wind at your back. I'm looking forward to my trip to Kiribati in about, what are we looking at, about 10 days now I think it is. I'll be fly fishing there for 7 days, chasing bonefish, triggerfish, GTs and anything in between. Just looking where that school is now, they've moved out around the front of that sandbar. So yeah, that'll be fun. Taking a 6-weight up with a 7 line, an 8-weight rod, 9-weight and a 12-weight. The 12's for the GT, so I've not chased GTs or triggers before. So really looking forward to this. Should be a great trip, going with a great group of people and going with a great outfitter. Into Flies, the company I'm travelling with. Really looking forward to it. Okay, this is cast number 5. I've had 4 casts for 4 fish so far. The school seems to have moved wider now. Maybe they've realised this. Oh, there we go, fish number 5. Oh, he's off. Okay, so we can get another one. They may have realised the pressure that's occurring and some of their mates getting dragged away backwards. Oh, there we go, there's another fish. So it's the same cast into the same fish. Well, another fish, but the same species. We'll see what we get. Tipping it's a salmon though. Seems to be a hole full of salmon. You just don't know though when you've got these schooling fish hanging around the holes, what could be lurking under them. Could be bream, could be other tailor, could be jewfish. So a feeding school of fish drops, oh there we go, drops food particles to the floor of the you know, the hole out there, the beach. And all your scavengers come along. Any nervous or any water that's got action in it always attracts predators. Whether it be more salmon, tailor, bream, jewfish, even a shark. Oh, he's throwing the hook, okay. I didn't land him, but that's fish number 5 from the 5th cast. I reckon I'm gonna go 6, see how we go. Don't want to count my chickens, but we're out there. Okay, right on top of that foamy edge. Let's see how we go. I'm actually seeing my line go taut, seeing the fish actually hitting the lure, and seeing the line jerk at the same time as feeling it. I'm using my trusty Atomic Arrows 290 SS, and I've got my twin power compact 5000. Great little light spinning outfit, this one. Brought it down specifically for this technique of shore jigging. Shore jig just allows you to fish the water where you're fishing more thoroughly rather than throwing it out and cranking it straight back like you do when you spin. And if I was to be doing that, it pretty much just restricts me to only fishing for, you know, the top predators that are sitting in the water column up near the surface. So that's like the salmon and the tailor. In fact, I'm using a small 20-gram jig. Also opens up the possibility of catching you know, your bottom dwellers, such as your bream and your jewfish. That wind's cranking at the moment. Okay, I'm just moving up the beach. I've just noticed a big dark patch of water. So I have a feeling this is going to be a big school of salmon again. Sometimes it's worth making the effort to walk the beach to find these good schools. After all, we're here for some fun and to take a feed home. I've already got my feed, so I'm here for the fun part of it now. See how we go. It's definitely a dark patch of water. Could just be a big patch of kelp, but there's no reefs near this beach, so I'm hoping it's not kelp, but I won't know until I cast into it. Definitely a dark patch though. Anyway, so here's this dark patch out here. Let's go have a look. It's moving around, so I'm pretty confident we've got fish on it. First cast is a hook up and a drop fish. Second cast is over the top of them. Let's see how we go. There we go. Oh, hook and drop. Come on. There we go. Into it. Oh, dropped it. Come on. Give me your mouth. There we go. Hopefully that's the mouth, not a jag in the flank. The benefit of using Polaroid glasses. See the school of fish. Go down and cast to them. I saw those fish from a long way away. About 300-400 metres away down the beach. It's this big dark patch. Anyway. Yep, we'll hook this one in the mouth. That's a good start. Great action. This rod does a fantastic job at this light shore spinning work. Shore jigging is great fun. You really get to fish the whole water column slowly. I could just be using your typical metal slice, throw it out, crank it back, but so much bycatch you can get from doing this when you're chasing salmon schools and tailor. I've caught everything. I've caught whiting in summer, bream, trevally, tailor of course, flathead. I even got a stingray once up the bumhole. Oh, and he's thrown it. All right, got all the way to shore and he threw the hooks. Just a big fish. All right, we'll go again. It's all right, it's going to go back in the water anyway, so I got the fight out of it. All right, it's out there. Work towards the school, casting over the back of the school, not into the school. Okay, I'm on. Righto. This fish is shaking its head. Now he's settled down into the fight. Oh, long cast. He's out a long way. Jumped out of the water. So what they'll do, oh, jumped again. So what they'll do is I'll jump out of the water to try and shake the lure out of the mouth, and also throw up the food that they've been eating, because they think they've got something in their stomach and they throw it up to try and get rid of it. And jumping is a reaction to the pressure I'm being applied through the lure. Okay, right in the shallows from shore. We'll walk down to it. Just take it easy. This is the fun part of winter fishing. That school's moving down the beach. Got another big hole down further. Okay. So that those fish are reacting to the pressure that I'm putting on them by swimming down the beach, away from where the other fish are panicking when they get hooked. I think it's not a good area to be, so they move down the beach. Oh, nice big salmon. Okay. Try and wash him in. There we go. Oh, lovely. Amazing. Okay. Won't be long till this one's hooked up. Oh, there we go. Into it straight away. That's the advantage of using these shore pitching major craft jig powers, that they just flutter down. They don't scream to the bottom. They just flutter down. The Twin Power 5000 doing a fantastic job of letting the fish have its head against the drag when it wants. Okay, this is fish number 10. Beautiful morning down here. Again, I'm the only person on the beach. It's great to live in this area. It's only a 10-minute drive from home. Now, these salmon also make terrific fish cakes. You can turn them into Thai fish cakes. Now, when I say salmon, they're not like your Northern Hemisphere Atlantic salmon, Chinook and Quinette salmon, stuff like that. These are just saltwater fish that Australia's dubbed as a salmon. And unfortunately, a lot of them turn up as cat food in cans. Okay. Coming nicely on the beach. Still not wanting to quit. There's a boat out there, keen as. Crazy guys. And there's a strong wind warning out, right? Right. Nearly got him back on the beach. Just a shout out to all my viewers. Thank you to those that have subscribed. If you haven't subscribed yet, just hit the little red box in the bottom right hand corner of your screen. That helps me a heap by allowing to bring you great content as well, and also helps the algorithms to show it to more people. Major craft jig power. Stay steady fish. Okay, so you see there, fish is taking this top assist hook. Not the treble this time. Great fishing. Fish a cast for the last hour. And off you go. There you go. Nice tailer on the jig power. Already got my dinner, so I'll let this one go, but these smoke up nice as well. Looks like there is some tailor with the salmon. Surprised I didn't get more jumps. Okay, Mr. Taylor, or Mrs. Taylor, off you go, thanks for playing. Okay, so you see this nice basin here. This is deep water, that's why nothing's breaking on it. It's a good feeding zone for fish. And if I was pretty keen to get a jewfish, I would say that would be a good hole for a jewfish. And you watch this wave out the back here, it's going to break. It's going to put a blanket of whitewash over the top of the hole, and the fish will feel very happy in under that. Feel very protected, and it'll also cut out some of the sunlight, because like I always keep saying, fish don't have eyelids. So when it gets too bright, they go deeper, or they get under the wash. There's a nice little gutter here, pulling off this beach, and then running into this hole. So this is a real feeding zone. Now whitewater's, this is summertime, there'd be whiting full in the spot. Chock-a-block full of whiting. I think it might be weed out there. Just saw some floating. Oh no, it's fish out there. One door fish already. Let's see what we got. I'm tipping salmon or a tailor. I'm going to tip salmon. Got a bit of weight to it. Not doing much at the moment though. I'm not doing much to it either. Let's see what we got. There it goes. Not doing a whole lot. Very strange fight. I'm pulling it against the current though. Try and pull it sideways rather than back into it. That big salmon school's come back out over there. Salmon everywhere in this beach this morning. Having a ball. That's what it's about. Oh, big fish. He's throwing himself all over the place. Gaining much on them. Just sitting at the air on top, playing up on top of the water. I'm pulling sideways with that current. He's just fitting out there at the moment, holding me. I have to drag him back to the beach a bit. Alright. Putting a bit of line off it. Looks to be the biggest fish of the morning. The schools come back in there. A big dark patch of fish, and that was another dark patch of fish I just cast through there. Fantastic. I think what he's got is both hooks in it. Sideways, so I'm pulling fish sideways rather than just across or in. Oh, is that a shark behind it? Oh, there's a shark behind it. Or is it more salmon? Oh, it's a shark. It's a little scurly. Oh, maybe not. Maybe they're big fish. What have I got? Might be a big tailer. Wow. Thought he had a shark behind him, but he's got his mate swimming with him. Possibly. Wow. Or is there a small shark swimming with it? Can't quite see yet. Whoa. Might be possible I've got two fish on as well. He's not happy now. Come on. Wherever you are, come in please. It's taking some time. Oh, I hope it's a big tailer. Hope it's a big tailer. Oh yes. Yes, big tailer. Don't want to rush it here. Got all day to bring this fish in. Lovely big tailer. I'm going to wash him up. Still not ready to come yet. Wow. Big South Coast tailer. Wow, look at this sucker. Just as it falls off the beach with the waves, it's big. Okay, up on the beach. Up you come, up you come, up you come, up. There we go. Yes. Look at that big tailer, eh? That's a beauty.